You're still undefeated at Place Belle, seventh win in 7 games. What is it? What is so special to play here and to have that kind of success here?
Yeah, we're just trying not to talk about it so that it keeps happening. No, I mean, I think every team has an advantage at home for sure. But something about our fans, they're so loud. They support us every single game. And it feels like we don't have that many games here. So it's like, it makes it really special every time. And tonight there was obviously a great ceremony at the beginning for everybody and who participated in the Olympics. And, I thought that made it really special that our fans sang the national anthem. It was pretty emotional, and I've never had that before where it's been planned in that way. And but I think there's a lot of great things that come along with being able to play at home, and our fans certainly are a big reason why it helps us win at home.
I'm going to stay in the streaks department. It's 5 in a row, 5 wins in a row.
Why are we talking about it?
You want me to talk about shots?
Tonight, yes.
I'm going to talk about streaks. It's
Okay,
8
streaks.
8 out of 9.
Okay.
Also, would you say the machine is well oiled right now?
That would be nice. I think that we just talked about it in the room of how proud we are of all the things that we've improved from the beginning of the year. And, one of the things that our players are committed to is managing the puck properly at both blue lines. And I know that's kind of more like something a coach is excited about versus what the players are excited about. But they did give an applause when we talked about it, even though I think, the coaches were most happy. But, I think we had 13 forwards rolling tonight. All 6 of our D, I thought we started a little bit slow, but then our D kind of got their feet under them, started making smaller plays and executing passes, and it felt like everything was rolling tonight. So I would like to say we're a well-oiled machine, but we just try to take it game by game.
Hi.
Hi.
So obviously this team often during games you talked about how Didier, was save the day and all that, but today just felt like all lines were just generating so many chances, so many blocks. So how do you feel like this was just such a team effort against such a strong team offensively?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of nice when these things happen where we focused a lot on defense recently, just in our video sessions and the structure that we want to have defensively, which will often create the offense that you want. And they committed to it tonight, and if it wasn't executed perfectly, we could see that they were trying to implement some of the things that we were talking about. And we know that Minnesota is fast. We know that they're a quick counter team, and so we tried to just give them no quick counter opportunities. And it's something that I think we talked a lot about over video, but hard to practice at times and in practice. And I think we're just trying to meet the players where they're at in terms of, some are tired, some are ready to go because they haven't had games in a while. So we're just doing our best to try to find the perfect recipe for everybody to have success. And with Minnesota, I think we've got to be proud to keep them off the score sheet and then to keep them to the limited chances that they did have. And I thought our players bought into the game plan.
The last 2 games, you have a good start. You score in the first period. How do you plan for the final stretch of the season to keep the team mobilized and this cohesion?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're taking it in kind of little chunks right now. Like, we knew we had 3 games right after the Olympic break before we head into another kind of 12-day break. So we're just taking it game by game and not really looking at the full picture. Like, the staff can stay focused on the full picture, but we just try to bring exactly what we need for that game against that opposition to make sure that we get the 3 points. And oftentimes it doesn't focus on kind of the results or the end portion of the game. It has to be kind of shift by shift and period by period, and even managing some of the momentum moments of the game. So, we've had some good opportunities early in our last 2 games to score. We've scored them, and it's hard to score goals in this league. So I thought we did a great job with keeping that lead throughout the whole game.
2 questions. First, we talked about bounces and things like that, and feels like Dara has not gotten bounces the first 2 years, and
Yeah.
suddenly goals in 2 straight. Laura, again, we mentioned her not getting chances, but finally getting one. What does it mean to see those players actually start to get on the score sheet and get results for everybody?
Yeah, I think it's hard for them, right? Like we play in Montreal. It's our team is supported so well. It's our team is in the media all the time, and when players who are looked upon as players who maybe should be scoring or should be buried, like Dara gets a 2-on-1 almost every single game. And, if you don't watch the full game, you might not know that. And so, like, the time for her was coming. And then Stacey, she had that one drive down the right side where she put it right into her stomach. And then her second time down, she put it right into the corner. So for me, as a coach, looking at a player who can do that one time and do almost the exact same thing and make an improvement in it and score the goal, like, I know that they're headed in the right direction, and Dara has been, a little bit of an unsung hero for us, playing in multiple different situations. Her hockey IQ is through the roof. She's one of our best wingers at getting pucks out along the wall. So I'm just so happy for them that some of those bounces are happening, and you could throw Lena into the mix too, with the weird vertical stick goal. So I'm happy for hers. I feel like we generated a lot throughout the year to get some of those bounces, and maybe now it's our turn to get some of those hockey bounces. So I hope we just keep it going.
And the 5-on-3, you had Tamara out there for a little bit out there. Mm-hmm. What does it mean for somebody to step into a role of not playing many games and being able to play on the PK?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like with our organization, we're big believers in trying to give people opportunities to showcase what they have. It's not always possible with every single player, but luckily for us, the past 2 games, we've had a little bit of a cushion, and so it's allowed us to play around with a little bit more of the players that we have. Maybe different players playing in 5v6. Like, I don't think Pooh touched the ice with 4 minutes or less to go in this game, so it gave other people to try to bank those moments of okay, what does it feel like to hold a lead against a strong Minnesota team with under 4 minutes left to go. And for Tam, like, we just keep giving her a little bit more, and she made that stretch play to Jade there for that breakaway in the final minutes, and she just continues to grow, and she'll still make mistakes. She's a young player, but her trajectory has shone through in the past couple of games.
That 5-on-3 that Jared just talked about, that could have turned the game around. How do you describe the way your team played those 54 seconds, 3-on-5, and then 4-on-5 and following?
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of very quick interactions. We haven't really dove into 3v5 much as a team to date. We have good footage of it now, so that's great. But we kind of gave them roles and responsibilities in the 10 seconds that I had to call them over to the bench. And, they've all been in those situations before, so players can tend to figure it out. Against a Minnesota team, though, who can score, who can shoot, who can deceive and move our PKers around, I thought we did a great job to kill that. And, I was surprised a little bit that we were going to be on the 3v5. Like, normally you have to, really do something that is gonna take away another goal in order to get down 3v5, but it's good practice for us. And then our kill has been something that we've been really proud of this year, and so to go into the 4v5, I feel like you just have the momentum after you kill a 3v5, so the 4v5 almost seems easy.
Kori, you've been coaching Stacey for a few years now. What can you tell us about the evolution you saw from her? Yes, as a hockey player, but I mean also as a person, as a leader, because I feel like she keeps on stepping up, and we saw her at the Olympics when Pooh was not playing. She was the best player on the ice. What have you been seeing from her? Yeah,
I mean, I've been with Stacey now since 2019, I think, so it's been a long time, and just the evolution of her game is that she decided that she was going to be the power forward, the forechecker, the good stick, the reliable, top line player. I think she's evolved to a top line player, and she had a lot of success on the third line with the national team with Turnbull and Clark, and I think that just kind of propelled her into, playing big minutes with us with Victoire, and then, kind of being a mainstay with Pooh on the right side there. But I think she just embraces the style that she plays, and I think that's really, really important, because if Stace is playing her game and forechecking and disrupting pucks, that means she's going to have the puck more. That means Pooh is going to have the puck more, and that means more ozone time for that line, and with Rock as well. So she is a big driver of loose puck recovery. She's probably one of the best at recovering loose pucks and winning those races, and I think she's just bought into that. And I think when you buy into the things that you're good at, you continue to build that, but you can also add other little pieces to your game. Like Stacey hitting that shot on the PK, I think maybe in years past that might have been over the net, but just being able to hone in on that shot and place it, like that is just time and effort and skill coming to light, because she's been so dedicated to the sport.
Kori, 2 months ago you were in last place, now you're in first place. I'm guessing there's many reasons for that, but in your opinion, what are the main reasons to explain that?
Yeah, I mean, being in last place or seeing your team in last place, you're like, oh man. But I think it's hard to say, because I feel like so many things have evolved. But I think that the Olympic break really did wonders, and I know I'm using something that's so recent, but I feel like our Montreal players who stayed in the market put in so much work, and you can really see the depth of our team shining through in the past 2 games. That's been something that's been building and brewing, but I think just getting all of those practices in have been really, really crucial for our group. I think that sticking to we knew we were generating enough to win, even when maybe the puck wasn't going in for us. And I think just staying to course, believing in kind of the system or the concepts that we wanted to put in place. And, if you're missing open nets, or you're not scoring on 2-on-1s, or you're hitting posts, it's a little bit easy to believe that you're on the right path versus if you were not getting those opportunities. And then, our team defense has been getting better and better. And obviously having, great goaltenders helps with that too. So I think that anything can change in a day in this league, and so I think not getting too caught up in the standings was also a really important piece mentally.
Quickly, was Kat Dubois on the LT scratch today?
Yeah.
Marc-Philippe, ma première question est pour toi. Sur une note de 1 à 10, mettons, comment tu te sentais au niveau physique aujourd'hui? Étais-tu à 100%?
Non, mais c'est la vie. Je pense que ça fait juste partie de tout ça. Mais avec le support que j'ai ici, les gens qui sont autour de moi, les physios, les docteurs, on a un plan en place, mais tout va bien, puis un match à la fois.
Comment tu as vécu la dernière semaine? En fait, justement, tu n'as pas pu vraiment, tu t'es pas entraîné quoi, une fois avec l'équipe, je pense?
Mm-hmm.
Comment tu as vécu ça, les derniers jours, personnellement, mentalement, le retour des jeux, avec la déception, tout ça?
Mm-hmm. Non, c'était sur une dure semaine. Ça fait partie de ça. Je pense que tu parles de toutes les filles qui sont revenues dans leur équipe respective. C'est sûr, émotionnellement, ça n'a pas été nécessairement facile. Mais je pense que la chance qu'on a, c'est de revenir dans nos équipes de la LPHF, comment on est chanceuse d'être entouré de gens incroyables, de nos coéquipières, de nos amis. Alors ça, c'est sûr, ça met les choses en perspective. Mais non, ça a été une semaine, c'est sûr, difficile, mais je pense que, comme je mentionnais, très, très choyé d'être revenu avec la victoire.
Laura, how much of a relief it was to score that goal today for you?
Yeah, obviously it feels nice to put it in the back of the net, but honestly it was a pretty amazing feeling to win 4-0 tonight on home ice and to keep that record going. So big night for our team.
What is it so special to, and I ask the same question to Kori, but what is it so special at Place Bell where you're undefeated?
Yeah,
So far?
I mean, the fans are incredible here. We just talked about it. We're looking out onto that ice, packed house. It's loud. Sometimes you can't even hear what Kori's telling us to do on the bench. But they really are that extra player for us. We're coming down the ice. We have a shot on goal, and they're lifting us up on the PK. We get a huge kill on the 5-on-3. and the crowd lights up and it's electric in this building. Honestly, it's those little moments that make a huge difference, and I think we all feel it, and we get fired up to come and play in front of our crowd and the people who support us.
Marie-Philippe, je vais avoir deux questions. La première, quand tu as pratiqué hier, tu t'entraînais avec l'équipe, à la fin, est-ce que tu savais que tu jouerais aujourd'hui ou si la décision était prise ce matin?
C'était dans la fin de la soirée ce matin. On a communiqué ensemble avec l'entraîneur, avec les docteurs, avec Daniel. Puis ça s'est pris éventuellement.
Par rapport au match comme tel, je demandais à Kori tout à l'heure, parce que ça fait 5 victoires de suite, l'équipe, 8 en 9. Je lui demandais jusqu'à quel point cette machine-là est bien huilée. Comment tu décris l'état de l'équipe en ce moment?
On en parlait un petit peu. C'est sûr, le break des Olympiques, c'est toujours pas facile. Il y a un groupe qui s'en va, il y a un groupe qui reste ici, mais on en parlait dans la chambre, les gens qui sont ici, qui ont resté, qui ont mis le travail. Puis je pense que ça paraît dans les 2 dernières parties, de revenir ici au boulot, de mettre les choses en place, de pouvoir porter ce logo-là. Pour nous, on est fiers. Puis je pense que tu vois, c'est à travers l'équipe. Toutes les filles sont tellement contentes de pouvoir jouer ici, dans cette organisation-là. Alors, chaque fois qu'on a la chance de jouer un match, on va tout donner. Puis je pense que tu vois vraiment, le plus ça avance, le plus qu'on joue collectif, le plus qu'on joue super bien. Puis, tu sais, on prend pas ça pour acquis. On veut continuer à s'améliorer. Les 2 dernières parties, on est super fiers. Mais je pense que, tu sais, de pouvoir jouer à Toronto mardi, on est excités. Mais vraiment, tout le monde ensemble, sur la même page. Et on veut tout aller vers l'avant, vers le même but.
Marie-Philippe, avec tous les honneurs personnels que tu as, les honneurs de groupe, les médailles, les championnats, les victoires, ton parcours, ton expérience, à quel point encore ce que tu as vécu récemment, les Olympiques, ça va encore juste une chose que tu pourrais ramener ici en termes d'expérience pour t'aider cette année encore à aller plus loin avec l'équipe? Qu'est-ce qu'on apprend encore après toutes ces années-là?
La passion, puis comment j'aime ça. Je pense que, tu sais, j'en parlais un petit peu dans la semaine, ça a été très difficile. De revenir ici, ça rappelle pourquoi tu le fais, puis très, très choyé d'être entouré de tellement de bonnes personnes.
Vous avez des solides encore en désavantage numérique, hein? C'est encore bon. Qu'est-ce qui explique le succès de l'équipe comme ça en désavantage encore?
Je pense que c'est les vidéos qu'on a, nos entraîneurs, comment ils sont sur la coche de chaque détail, chaque vidéo qui est envoyée, comment est vraiment déterminée à chaque équipe. Puis je pense que, tu sais, les filles prennent super fierté à être super bonnes en désavantage numérique. Tu sais, je veux pas piquer à monter dans la boîte de pénalité, puis de voir le 3 contre 5, comment les filles étaient prêtes à bloquer des lancers, à faire ce qu'il y avait à faire. C'est quelque chose qui est assez remarquable. Je pense que ça donne juste l'énergie à toute l'équipe.
Hayley, you played with Dara most of the season. What's it like to see her finally get rewarded for having the puck go in net?
Yeah, I think it's great. She's a really fun player to play with. She works really hard. She's great on the forecheck. She creates opportunities for her line mates, and so to see her get rewarded with that, I think is really special. And yeah, I just love playing with her. Anyone who works hard, it's fun to play with for sure.
And Marie-Philippe, more kind of for both of you. For the first time, Marie-Philippe, you have something after the Olympics. So what's it like to kind of have that and to be able to refocus? And for Laura, you did that in 2018, coming off of disappointment and winning a Clarkson Cup. So I mean, what's it like to come back after disappointment, having something else to focus on?
It's funny you bring that up because everybody makes fun of me that I only played 3 games winning that Clarkson Cup. So thanks for bringing it up again, Jared. Yeah. Honestly, it's new for us. I think we're still learning how to handle it, how to do it, how to perfect it in a sense. I think for the two of us, it's hard at first. I think the Olympics has obviously been our pinnacle since we were little girls. And so with the tough ending, to pull ourselves back together, to come back here, it took a lot of, I guess, mental fortitude. But with that being said, we also knew we were coming back to an incredible group. We knew we were coming back to an organization that we were excited to play for. And then I think it's also extremely special that we now have this league that gives us that opportunity to come and play and chase another dream, another goal of winning that Walter Cup. So it's obviously a lot of mixed emotions, and I think that's the biggest learning curve, is how to handle all those emotions all at once when they kind of smack you in the face and you're flying back after the Olympics. But to surround yourself with amazing people once you get back, I think that's the best part. And luckily we have an incredible team that we could jump right into and surround ourselves with. And that's exactly why I did it in 2018, because I needed to be around good people. I needed to be around people that could help lift me up too, and this is no different.
Laura, I wanted to sort of ask you to elaborate on that a little bit, just because you leave for the Olympics and you come back for the Olympics and you join a group that has put a lot of emphasis on finding ways to score. And now a lot of people are being rewarded because of their contributions. You're finding the back of the net. So what is it like on that bench when you get to see so many people enjoying finding that success?
That's amazing. I think we've sat in these rooms and heard a lot about our depth and not scoring. So to be on the other side of it now is a pretty nice feeling. And I think it's just a huge testament to what the girls did when we were gone. And I think that's not easy. Practicing for 3 weeks when your teammates are out at the Olympics playing hockey at a really high level, it's really tough to be able to mentally stay in it, physically stay in it. And I think for us three, we're just really proud of the work that our teammates put in, the work that this organization did to make those players feel like they were getting better, that they were doing something that was going to have an impact. And I think these last 2 games have really shown us, and more importantly, those players, that what they did mattered. What they did had a big impact, and I think it's amazing to see.
Yeah, for Laura, I'm just curious, as an athlete, it's sometimes easier to remember the negatives than the positives. So just how all season were you able to, not get frustrated even though you were just producing so many opportunities? I mean, you're leading amongst the best in the league on shots, so how are you able to just keep focused and just keep going at it?
There was plenty of frustration. I just tried to hide it a little. But no, I think that is my style of game. It's not always that one shot that goes in. I joke with her all the time. I was like, I can have 10, you can have 1, and you're probably scoring. And I'm not. But I'm used to it, honestly. And I think for me, it's just to continue to do those little things. That's what my game is. It's driving pucks slow. It's getting pucks on net. It's being tough to play against, and when the puck goes in, obviously it feels amazing. But when it doesn't, if I can stick to those little details, then hopefully that game is still a success in some way and still having an impact. So I try not to focus too much on that noise and the production, but of course it feels great when either you or your line mates and teammates start finding the back of the net.
Hayley, how much of the way you play at the Olympics, those goals, the role you had, is making a difference in your play right now? Do you feel like something clicked for you?
I think I've been gradually feeling a little bit more confident with each game I've been playing, and starting off with the new team here in Montreal, everyone's been making me feel more like super welcome. And then obviously in the Olympics, scoring 2 goals in my first game helped for sure with the confidence. But to be honest, it's also just the other little things I do is what I try to focus on, and then the goals just kind of come with it. So I just focus on working really hard, forechecking hard, creating opportunities, and then, just happenstance, it kind of worked out for me. Found the back of the net a little bit, but I've just been keeping on the grind and staying focused on what makes my game, and wanting to help the team win.
Merci, thank you. Marie-Philippe, on en parlait à Kori avant, on parlait de l'évolution de Laura en tant que joueuse, en tant que leader. Qu'est-ce que tu peux nous dire sur ce que tu as vu depuis, mettons, après les Jeux Olympiques Pyeongchang 2019-2020, en tant que quel genre de joueuse elle est, quel genre de leader elle est devenue?
Oui, depuis 2018, de voir comment elle a pris son rôle, non seulement en tant que joueuse, mais en tant que leader. Ça, c'est quelque chose sur l'équipe que tu vas voir toutes les filles apprécient tellement. On en parle un petit peu, mais vraiment, comment elle est attentionnée aux petits détails, comment elle a pris vraiment fierté que son rôle, c'est de driver le net et mettre les choses difficiles pour l'autre équipe adverse. Ça, c'est quelque chose que, au début, elle veut couper au milieu. Elle veut faire des beaux buts. Puis je pense que, à travers les années, elle a vraiment réalisé que, hey, c'est ça l'impact que je peux faire pour une équipe. Je pense que le rôle qu'elle apporte à cette équipe-là, c'est remarquable. De voir sur l'équipe canadienne, non seulement avec l'équipe canadienne, mais aussi avec la victoire, c'est remarquable. J'ai la chance d'être à ses côtés 24 heures sur 24. Puis de voir les petits détails qu'elle fait, c'est quelque chose que plusieurs joueuses, des petites filles, elles devraient prendre idée à faire. Là.
Hayley, did you watch Saturday Night Live last night? What did you think of your Team USA teammates' performance?
Yeah, I just watched their performance. I was so stoked to see them do that. They did such an incredible job, and I think, put all that to rest, and I think just staying focused on our success and what we accomplished, and just super proud of them. It was really funny.